Welcome back, players.
Hello, and welcome to episode 6. I'm your host, Ryan Stigman, and today we are going to talk about the 2 games you did not see on TikTok. Before we get started, the reason why I didn't post this on TikTok was because I haven't figured out quite yet how I'm going to edit on TikTok. TikTok is in portrait mode, where YouTube is in landscape mode. And I know YouTube can go portrait or landscape, but I usually do landscape videos. My iPad's usually in landscape mode than in portrait. But I had a huge video planned, but since the end of summer, a lot of people are gone and busy, and sadly I won't be able to show the video. But I wanted to show you, or tell you the story of how this all started. Just like in episode 3, the Hercules episode, I told you guys a story. So let's get to the story. Alright. So, after Bedtime Story Season 1 ended, Michael and his friends left the house to never be seen again, and the evil queen was left alone. Then the huge curse of COVID came in, and I trapped everyone on Zoom and put their little creatures as hostage where they had to survive. And luckily enough, Jasmine won that one. Now, as we continue the story, COVID curse was over. Kind of. I mean, we still are in COVID, but the mandates have lifted up a little bit more. We can now play again with the full cast in person. We jump to Season 3, Over the Rainbow. It was supposed to start with the evil queen from Season 1 walking down the Yellow Brick Road to visit her sister, the Wicked Witch of the West. See how I connected them? It's not to do with Once Upon a Time, so honestly I just came up with that one myself, and then I thought of Once Upon a Time, so Once Upon a Time was very smart. Anyways, so continue with the story. And the evil queen gave the Wicked Witch the green heart that she wore. Gave it to the Wicked Witch, and the Wicked Witch wears it in the first episode. You can see the green heart in her shirt. Now, the Wicked Witch then gives her a gift, and can you guess what it is? It is the silver slippers that she gives to the evil queen. She puts them on, she likes them, they have tea. Now at this moment, Glinda walks by, and well, the Wicked Witch is not happy about that. And comes up to Glinda and gets mad at her. Glinda tells her she's meeting a friend. The author, which is me. And some other people, which are the players. And she says they'll be dropping down here soon. Which, what happens do you think? Well, the house falls on the evil queen. And that's why you see the house fall down with the feet sticking out. And then I show up. And I'm like, oh, well, I hope that's not a problem. Well, it was. The Wicked Witch, hearing the loud crash, turns around to look for her sister and can't find her. Doesn't know where she went, the evil queen. So Wicked Witch walks around and looks. While that happens, Glinda walks through, straight to me, and talks, and that's where she comes in. She talks to me, we talk to the players. Now, this part was supposed to make sense because Andrew's player could not play in the game show because he was busy the day of the first episode. So I was going to originally have 11 because I wanted to eliminate someone in the first episode. And a lot of stuff went wrong with that. But, oh well. So, Andrew is walking to the place to meet with us, but bumps into the Wicked Witch. And she is so mad that she doesn't even care who he is. She zaps him away, which means now he's in the afterlife. So that's how this was supposed to start. Then, of course, the Wicked Witch will proceed to meet all the other players with me and see her sister crushed with the house.
My sister! You killed my sister!
That was supposed to connect season 1 to season 3. And I wish I filmed it. Maybe I will. I don't know. Hopefully when Issa comes back. But that was the connection. Now we jump into the afterlife, where everyone is dead. So they say. Now, in the afterlife, we had 2 games. Well, actually 3 games. I'll get to that. The first game we played was a board game. The Wizard of Oz game. This is very old, and it was my mom's. And it has a little turner. There's magic cards, which we'll get to that soon. And there's a beautiful little board. And it's the whole story of Wizard of Oz. Now, they have these cool little magic cards that you're supposed to play with, but I end up having 5 players instead of 4. Rules is that you go through the board by spinning the wheel, going up the stairs, and you have to make it back home. Going up the spots to make it home. And on the way, there's move ahead 5, go back 3, go back to start is a big one, and M's for magic cards. Now the magic card is, you can't go back home unless you have a magic card. So if you make it all the way to the end, you either have to land on the spot that says magic card, or spin to the part where it says magic card. Now if you already have a magic card, then if you land on the magic card again, you must take it away. They played, it was 5 characters, and I let them use their title cards, which Andrew didn't have one, so I think Andrew used, I forget which one he used. He used someone's title card. I forgot. I'll have to watch the video, which we'll watch right now. But so there's this little line right here that goes all the way up, and then it splits off into 2 parts. It is the dangerous shortcut, or the longer and safer path. And yeah, I got a little crazy up there. But before we got to the 2 split parts, we let them just not do the magic cards. We just let them skip and make that an extra number, which was I think 6 spaces. So just to get them faster to the thing, because I didn't want it to be a 5-minute video, which would end up being a 5-minute video, but I cut it down to where it's just the sections of them moving. I didn't show you guys moving the pieces. So that's all that. Let's get to the actual game now. Now that you guys know a little bit about the game. Here we are in the afterlife, starring Jasmine, who lost in the first episode, Issa, who lost second, Davina, Andrew, who never made it to the show, and Devin. I'm trying to remember who was what piece. Alright, so Davina was Glinda the Good, and I want to say Dorothy was Jasmine. The lion, of course, was Issa. And Scarecrow was Andrew. And Tin Man was Devin. We didn't do the Wicked Witch, so she's up there. Anyway, so these 5 players played the game. Let's see how it went. We start off with Glinda in the lead, which is Davina, with Devin far behind, then Issa, then speed up a little bit. The first person to make it to the crossroads is Davina, and she chose to go the safer, longer path. So did Devin, which was Tin Man. Issa chose to go the dangerous path, and Andrew chose to go the dangerous path too, which didn't go so well for him. He hit the back to beginning space, so I had to go all the way back to start. In the lead right now, we have Davina. Now, I don't know magic cards. I kind of stumbled over that, but there are ding magic cards now since they're in the thing. Issa's still going through the dangerous short path. Jasmine, smart, chose the longer, safer path. Or Scarecrow's all the way at the bottom, which is Andrew. As we continue, Devin is almost there to the end and makes it right through, and he is the first one out. So he survived this challenge. The person who does not make it through the board loses and is lost in the afterlife. Next up, as we continue, Andrew makes it all the way to the short path and literally bulldozes right through, passing Dorothy. Issa is close to the end. Poor Davina keeps going close to the end and then back up. She keeps hitting the back 5 steps thing right before the home page. Andrew miraculously gets second. From being at the start all the way, runs right through Issa, Jasmine, and the Davina. So both guys in the afterlife make it through this board game. Continue. Issa is third. Issa makes it through without getting her with her magic card, there's her card. She's third. and is now neck and neck with Dorothy and Glinda. Is Dorothy gonna lose the Afterlife episode? The first episode of the Afterlife, just like she lost the first episode of Bedtime Stories? I don't know. We'll have to see. They're inching forward. They're inching more. Oop. She's right in front of the home space, but does she have a magic card? Davina's almost right behind her, and Jasmine makes it through. Which means poor Davina is eliminated and lost in the Afterlife. That board game was so hard. It was a fun game to play, but so hard to film. And I literally had poor Matthew holding the iPad over the board the whole time. But anyways, that was the first game of the Afterlife. That being said, poor Davina was sent and lost in the Afterlife. Devin, Andrew, Issa, and Jasmine can continue their journey through the Afterlife to hopefully make it back in the game show for a chance to win. That does not go to plan, for the Wicked Witch has another challenge for them. But just like everything, we also eliminated somebody and had to add someone into the Afterlife. And so, for all of you who know, spoiler alert again, Alexis had to step out for she was going to be at a convention. And that means she cannot play anymore because she won't be there for the next episode. Now, she was set into the Afterlife, which this Afterlife game was Giant Jenga. Oh boy, let's see how it went. Alexis is going first. She grabs the first brick. There goes Andrew next. So it's Alexis, Andrew, Jasmine, Issa, and Devin. By the way, I got this Jenga set at Target, and I liked it because it's painted. We literally just finished filming Jack and the Beanstalk episode, which was the weirdest one. Issa's going next. It goes Devin last. So that is the order. Alexis, Andrew, Jasmine, Issa, and Devin. They laugh a lot during this. The person that knocks over the Jenga set loses and is eliminated and lost in the Afterlife. We were still finalizing the rules during the game because we had no idea what we were doing. Again, I had to run 4 games that day, so it was a lot. Oh, here goes Andrew. And he uses the axe. Wow. Now we have Jasmine. Davina and Bella are giving there taller and taller. They're all tapping. They're going for the middle ones. That's smart. It shook. Knowing still that I know who won is like, it's pretty scary watching it again.
Oh, that's why I'm like back here when it's not my turn. Ooh.
I know.
Oh, it's moving. Oh. Y'all are leaving so many singles. You guys are crazy. Oh, it's moving. And I think it looks like. Oh my god. I don't think that was a good one. Just like that out. Oh.
And there it went. It fell over. His axe. Well, Andrew, as you can tell, knocked over the Jenga tower. but he was in luck. After this game was supposed to be the final episode where they're going to come back and film. Sadly, as you can tell why we couldn't film the beginning part of this video, Issa was going on vacation, so she wasn't able to come back in the show at all. But since that happened, Andrew was now saved. He was able to be back in the afterlife. So Issa stepped out in this game, even though they still played it, because they still wanted to. Poor Andrew still hasn't been in the game show, still trying to fight for it. After all of this, we had the egg episode where Jonathan never showed up. And the reason why I couldn't put in the Afterlife video is because we already ended the Afterlife stuff. I had my final 4 and that's all I wanted. Now, continuing, I did the ending of 5 for the Afterlife people, which then you ended up finding out who could come back, which was Devin, Andrew, Alexis, and Jasmine. Those are our final 4. Now the final 4 voting went, well, a little crazy. We come and start off episode 5 with telling everybody what happened. Alexis did not get that many votes. That's probably because Matthew didn't vote. Matthew never votes. He always votes for someone else, never himself, which is very nice of him. But Alexis didn't get a lot of votes, so she was supposed to be eliminated and not come back in the afterlife. But Kelly and Matthew went skateboarding, and Matthew got hurt and hurt his ankle. Now, I wish I had the video. I did record it, but I didn't save it, so that was my fault. Anyways, but continuing, Alexis then took Matthew's spot, taking Matthew's spot in the game show. So we had Davina, Kelly, Alexis, and Bella. Now continuing, we had the final 3. Sadly, Devin couldn't show up, so Jonathan was there and took his spot. So it was Jonathan, Jasmine, and Andrew. And I let them choose who they wanted to save. Kelly and Bella chose Andrew, and Davina and Alexis chose Jonathan. And sadly, Jasmine lost the final Afterlife game. And she was eliminated and lost the Afterlife. And so they fought like they did in episode 5, and Andrew lost. And now we have our final 4, which is Davina, Kelly, Jonathan, and Alexis. Bella was eliminated too. It was crazy. I missed them all. I'm so excited to finally do the final episode, to meet them, see them all again. It's been a while since we filmed. I know you guys are probably dying to wait to see the episode. Well, this concludes our Afterlife video. I finally caught you guys all up to the 4 to show you guys what happened and how that went down. The next episode to come out is the finale. I'm also going to post the trailer for season 3. I've been working on it. I'm excited to show it. You guys stayed this long. Hopefully you guys did. I know some of these are boring. I was trying to make it a little more entertaining. But for my final 4, I gave you guys a hint in my baseball video if you guys want to go watch. But I'm also going to give you guys give a hint here. What I meant by it has been here all along is that it's been on my YouTube channel all along for the past 2 years now. So, yeah, you guys should know this stuff already. I'll see you guys all in the final episode. Bye-bye.